Hi there, my name is Ethan Mills for my Effective Leadership Final. And I just want to take a few minutes today to talk to you guys about some maxims for spiritual leadership. One of the incredible things about being a pastor or minister or leader in a church is that we just don't have physical, emotional leadership. There are also important spiritual leadership activities and exercises that we need to use in our ministry, in our life, as whatever our ministry requires of us. And so I want to take just the next few minutes and I want to cover 7 things that are critical maxims for spiritual leadership. And the first one is modeling servanthood. Now I know a lot with church stuff and leadership, servanthood, being a servant gets tossed around a lot. However, when we talk about modeling servanthood, it's important to ask ourselves the question, why do I lead? Why do you lead? Is it a power trip? Is it just because this is what's been done in your family? You grew up in the church, maybe. But why are you serving in this way? Whatever model of servanthood you are putting forth really shows whether you value position or people over the other. And you should be the type of servant who models people over position, not the other way around. The second thing is to set your attitude. What are your anxieties? What are your fears? What are your the things that you wish to prove upon? What are the things that you don't think you're good at? What do you excel at? You set your attitude for how that servanthood comes through. You can be a great servant, but if your attitude is off, people will see that. It's not about faking it till you make it. It's about putting yourself in a mindset and an attitude that promotes the best of the gospel, that promotes the best of ministry, that you genuinely are here to love and serve these type of people. The third thing is to cast vision. It's hard for people to follow someone if they don't know where they're going. You don't have to have all the answers, but you need to know where you're going. Maybe it's just a destination point. Where are we going with this church? Where are we going with this ministry? Where are we going with this discipleship class or this youth group or this children's ministry? People need to know that you have a vision for the future. It doesn't have to be so grandiose with all the minutia figured out, but people need to know where they're going to end up if they join your ministry, if they follow you, if they serve under you, lead with you, if they become members of your church. Cast vision. Now, the fourth thing that follows with that is after you've cast vision, you need to develop people. The thing about ministry is it's not supposed to be lonely. It can feel like that, but when you're in charge of these people, it's not that they just follow you blindly and you just tell them which direction you go. Develop them. Teach them. That's what we do from the pulpit. That's what we do in classes. That's what we do on Sundays and Wednesdays. We are developing people. Spiritual leadership is not just making people follow you because this is your position, but rather developing and helping those people underneath you grow as they follow you, as you follow Christ. Developing people is critical. Now, while you develop people, there's the fifth one that comes around, and that's sharing authority. Who are the leaders in those people? People naturally are followers. People are naturally leaders. And we also need to view that in a spiritual mindset as to who we can develop to lead alongside of us. When we talk about staff at church, we can get kind of this idea that, oh, well, they're in that position and that's just what they should do. You need leaders, you need deacons, you need helpers and teachers to help guide you along as to what needs to be done in the church. And you're not supposed to do that alone. You can look to the people to your left and to your right, those who follow along, those who are willing to serve, and you can share that authority. It's not a popularity contest. It's about raising up people to also be leaders to those around them. That's why we're called to share the authority with those around us. The sixth thing is requiring excellence. Are we improving? Now, excellence can get kind of twisted and misconceived as perfection. Where do we have to be perfect all the time? No. Pursuing excellence is, are you improving? There are things in my life in ministry that sometimes I improve in great abounds at a time, and there's times that I improve only a little bit. However, I'm continually pursuing this excellence. I know that I'm not perfect. I know that I'm not called to be perfect, but I am called to become better, to present the gospel in a better way, to lead people better than I was before as God works on me, requiring excellence of ourselves and those around us. But tying in with that is number 7, show appreciation. We are not a business model that is just trying to get to an end game. We're not just a business that's trying to meet a quota. We are people that are bringing other people to the presence of God. And they need to know that we're partnering with them, not for our own agenda, but for the glory in the kingdom. We show appreciation because we're part of a body. So those are just a few maxims for effective leadership and spiritual leadership. Thank you.